channel. Today's video is going to be day one of deep cleaning before Christmas. So today is the 9th of December and I want to tackle one room at a time, because when I'm deep cleaning, if I'm doing everywhere, I get overwhelmed and then I find it more of a chore than enjoyable. So I've decided I'm gonna do one room at a time. So to start off with, I'm gonna do in here. So we're in the living room at the moment and it is clean. I mean, it looks clean. I mean, there is a bit of dust here and there, but generally it is clean. But I want to have that clean, fresh smell. And I've decided today I'm gonna tackle the sofas because I haven't cleaned these since summertime and I just want them to smell nice. And I might wash the cushions as well. So to clean my sofas, I'm gonna get some Sephora, like a concentrated one, and mix that with some water and then just scrub away, because I know this over here started to get a bit of mold on the back because it's right near the window and I don't want mold on my sofa. It's not too bad, it's just like a top bit. So I want to tackle that. And then this rug needs cleaning. This is probably the worst rug we've ever bought. It was our first rug, so it's quite old and it's a bit matted, and where it's so thick it gets like bits of food and all sorts in the rug. So I need to shake that rug out, even though it's really heavy. So I'm going to struggle with that, but I'm going to shake that out, hoover it, and then give that a spray. And I'll probably do this blanket as well. I'll be dusting, I'll be sweeping, I'll be hoovering, and to finish it off I'll probably mop the floor as well. Before I start cleaning, it's Monday today, and as you all know, Monday is an everything day and it includes washing hair. So I'm gonna oil my hair and put it up in a clip ready for later on when I have a shower. So if my hair is looking very shiny, it's because of the oil. Let's get into the video. To start off with, I'm just going to clear the sofa as I had some parcels on there and a box, and I'm just going to move them out the way. And as you can see, I also have a parcel on the floor. I've done quite a big Shein order, so that's what them parcels are. I'm also going to take the cushions off and the blankets because I don't want anything on the sofa, because I'll be cleaning the sofas and hoovering them. So now I've taken all the cushions and everything off the sofas. I'm just going to move the footstool as this was in the way and I needed to get to the rug. So the rug was quite dirty and basically I needed to lift it up and shake it. This rug is really heavy, that's why I don't lift it very often. You need two people really. So I'm giving it a go here because I know we had loads of stuff just stuck in the rug, and I didn't really shake it that well because it was so heavy. You can see me struggling trying to shake it. But I did get a lot of stuff that was in the carpet out, and it was mostly like pines from the Christmas tree and bits of like tin foil. This rug was really nice and fluffy when we bought it. So I think we got this rug from Dunelm. So it is like 3 years old and it is starting to go a bit nasty, so we are planning to buy a new one. We saw one in Next, but it's currently out of stock and it is quite expensive. It's £210. I think this one was like £70 or £80, but the new one, when it comes in stock, we're going to get it because it's similar colours to this. So it's like a cream, but it's more of a like chorus rug, so it's harder and you're not going to get all stuff stuck in it. So we're just waiting for that to come back in stock, so hopefully it'll come back in stock soon. Or if you recommend any rugs, leave them in the comments, because we're looking for like a big one and we want it a cream color or a beige, and It has to be not so fluffy because the fluffy ones just end up getting food and bits and pieces in it. I have just shaken the rug, but it still had little bits in it, so I decided to give it a quick hoover before I move it out the way. Gone to the kitchen now, and I bought this 𝐓𝐰𝐢𝐭𝐚𝐠 disinfectant, and I'm going to use that to rub down my sofas, and also I'm going to use it to mop the floor as well. So I'm just putting a cap full of that and filling it up with some water. Before I wipe down the sofas, I'm just going to take the cushions off and give it a good hoover. This one wasn't too bad. There wasn't much stuff underneath the cushions, but I know the bigger sofa had a lot of crumbs in that. Not as bad as normal because I didn't do it that long ago. But I thought I'd hoover all the sofas first. I took the cushions off this one and it's got a stain on it, and I literally don't know what that is because this is the guest sofa, so hardly anyone sits on it. I don't know if it's like water or something's been spilt, but there was nothing on the top cushions, so I don't know what that is. I'm just using my shark hoover with the attachment on it. It's got like a bristly end, and I just find this the easiest to use on the sofa. I'm also going up on the top bit because that was really dusty from the window. I said about the stain on this sofa, but I don't actually clean it because it's the underneath, and I thought I can't be bothered for that, so I'll just put the cushions back on. My reasoning behind this, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. So that stain is still there. I might tackle it one day, but just not today. So to wipe down the sofas, I'm just using an old cloth, and then I've got my 𝐓𝐼𝐢𝐿 and warm water in there. And then I'm just going to scrub away at the sofas. I haven't really got any technique. Sometimes I like going in circles. Sometimes I like going up and down. But I'm just trying to get the dirt off. So I'm starting on the arms of the sofa, and then I'm going to do near the window because that was the bit that had the bit of mould. So I'm just going to make sure that is definitely gone. After I finish cleaning the base of the sofa, I'm just going to add the cushions back on, and for some reason I added them back on and then decided I'm going to flip them and change them around. I think I may have found a stain, so I just flipped it over and left it there, and then continued to clean the top part. So with me, it doesn't seem like I'm a very good cleaner, because if there's a stain on it and I can flip it over, I'll flip it over. But I need to learn to actually just sort the stain out there and then instead of leaving it. I think it was just a little bit. It wasn't actually a stain. I don't know what it was. It was like some yellow. I think it might have been mould, to be fair. But yeah, flipped them over. They'll be fine. Getting the hoover out again and just giving them a quick hoover, as I want to get all the dust and the skin off. I say skin, dust is skin, I think. But yeah, giving them a good old hoover, and I also hoover the arms of the chair, and I do end up doing the back cushions as well, badly, but I do them. So like when I clean the base of the sofa, I'm just going in sort of circular motions and trying to get all the cushion. And whilst doing this, it actually smelled really nice, because that's the Flora, if you don't know, is my favourite. And because it's my favourite scent, I wanted my sofas and my whole living room to smell like it. And it's the Cozy Moment scent, so it's the new seasonal scent. If you haven't tried it already, get some. I've literally got the whole collection and I keep buying more because I love it so much, and I'm scared that it's going to get discontinued or I'll have to wait till next year to get it. We've moved on to the bigger sofa now, and this one definitely does get a lot dirtier than the smaller one because this is our main sofa, and this is the one that we eat, drink and basically use all the time. So it does get very dirty, it does get loads of crumbs in the middle. As you can see, it slides down the cushions and sits in the middle, so I'm just going in with the Hoover and hoovering it all. In my voiceovers or in my videos, if you ever hear music, it's not us, it's my neighbours. They like to play music all the time, and basically it's just in the background. It's like background noise now, but it is quite annoying. This is the joys of living in a flat. It's not ideal, but that's all we could afford at the time. After I hoovered the sofa, I'm just adding the cushions back, and these ones definitely needed a good clean. So I'm going in with my Sephora mix and just scrubbing away with my cloth. Cushions, you can actually unzip them and put them in the washing machine, but the last time I done this, one, it nearly broke my washing machine because it was so heavy, and two, they're really hard to get back on. So I only tend to do this once a year because it is so much effort. So the back cushions and the bottom cushions unzip as well, and it does get really heavy in the washing machine. So you can do it, but be prepared for them to not drain properly in your washing machine. Now all my sofas are smelling nice and fresh. I'm just gonna let them air out for a bit because I did use quite a bit of water on there, so they were a bit damp. I did sit on them and then my bum got a little bit wet, so I'm just airing them out, and whilst they're airing out, I've decided to sweep and mop the floor. There was so much Christmas tree on the floor, it was literally ridiculous, so it definitely needed sweeping. When I mop, I use the flash mop, but I find mopping on wooden floor, it just gets dry. So I like to spray floor cleaner on the floor as well. This one had that nice Sephora in it, and I just mixed it with water. And oh my god, it literally smelled insane. Does anyone else find that the flash mops just dry out? I only use one at a time. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use multiple, but I just find it a waste if I'm using like 2 or 3 at a time. After I finished sweeping and mopping, I'm putting the rug back out, so it was all rolled up, and the easiest way to get it unrolled was kicking it, so that's what I did. I then went in with the Hoover again, as I wanted this rug really clean, so it's got double hoovered today, and it does make it look a lot better. As you can see the hoover lines, which is so satisfying. And to make it smell nice and fresh, I used the Cozy Moments freshener foam and just sprayed that all over the carpet and left it till it absorbed into the fabric. It's a bit later on now and the sofas are sort of dry, so I've decided I'm going to put my blankets back on and also add the cushions back on, and I'm just puffing them up slightly so they just look nice and plumped on the sofa. That spray I use for the floor, I'm also using it as a fabric air freshener as it smells so good, so I'm spraying both the sofas with that. And then once the rug was dry, I pulled in the footstool and I also gave that a spray with the Souffleur as well. I do need to wash this blanket, but I couldn't be bothered on this day, so it's just getting a spritz of that. And I'm just cleaning our side tables as this ends up just getting random stuff on it, so I'm clearing that all out and then I'll just give it a quick wipe over and then put everything back where it was. We're on the other side of the room now and I'm just moving this little table just so I can sweep behind it because there was loads of dust balls there and bits of Christmas tree. I mean, I do love a real Christmas tree, but the amount of pines that fall off are actually ridiculous. I literally find them all throughout the year, and now I've got another Christmas tree. I'm just going to find them all next year and they just end up coming up everywhere and they end up in our bathroom and I don't know how. And basically this side just all needed a sweep and a mop, so that's what I'm gonna do. This little table also gets filled with junk, so I'm taking everything off and giving it a good clean as it was literally full of dust. This table, when I bought it, I thought it'd be our drinks table, but it's ended up just being a decorative table. I have my air freshener on there and then I like to have candles. We don't put our alcohol on here because basically we have too much and it'll be really heavy and then probably break, so it's a decorative table for now. We do use it sometimes like over Christmas as another side table if we have like loads of people around, which is quite handy. I've just finished cleaning now and it literally smells insane in here of the Cozy Moments by Souffleur. The sofas are just drying as they're still a little bit damp, so I cleaned all the sofas, I sprayed this. I also hoovered the rug and sprayed some carpet foam freshener. I didn't do anything over here because I'd done that last week. I just tidied this up a little bit because this was very dusty. And then I just swept and mopped the floor. So we're all done in this room now. So it didn't take too long, but it definitely smells amazing in here now. I also tidied and wipe the little side tables that we have either side as they get messy if I don't keep on top of it. And here's an overview of my living room. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some motivation to clean, and if you did enjoy it, make sure you give this video a like, and if you want to see more cleaning videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.